If you thought today's biggest automotive story couldn't get any more interesting, wait until you hear what happened. And as always, today's episode is brought to you with support from Personamize AI.
When I first read today's headlines, I honestly didn't expect the story to take this direction. There's a lot to unpack, so let's break it all down.
So grab a coffee, settle in, and let's dive right into today's biggest automotive stories. It's fascinating to think about how car design has evolved over the years, especially when we look at those classic, sharp, wedge-shaped cars from the 80s and 90s.
Right? Those designs had such a bold character. I mean, you see a car like the Lamborghini Countach or even the early Acura NSX, and it just screams performance.
Exactly. Those angles and lines were not just for show, they were a statement. They represented the era's obsession with speed and cutting-edge technology.
But why do you think we moved away from those sharp designs? Was it just a shift in aesthetics, or is there more to it?
That's a good question. I think it's a combination of factors. For one, the automotive market began to prioritize aerodynamics more heavily. The smoother shapes that emerged in the 2000s improved fuel efficiency significantly.
That makes sense. I mean, a wedge shape may look fast, but a rounded body can cut through the air much better.
Exactly, and it's also about safety. Modern cars are designed with crumple zones and impact safety in mind, which has led to softer, more organic shapes.
What's interesting is how fashion and car design reflects broader trends in technology and consumer preferences. The move towards softer designs coincided with the rise of tech-focused features.
So true. Think about it. As automakers integrated more technology, like advanced infotainment systems and driver assistance features, the sleek, less aggressive lines became more popular. It's almost as if the design philosophy shifted to emphasize sophistication over aggression.
That's really insightful. So, do you think we'll ever see a return to those sharp, wedge designs in the future?
It's hard to say. There's definitely a nostalgia factor at play. People still have a fondness for those iconic designs. But the current trend seems to lean towards sustainability and efficiency.
I can almost picture a retro revival, though. Imagine a modern electric car with that classic wedge shape. It's like blending the past with the future.
And that's where it gets fascinating. With the rise of electric vehicles, some brands are experimenting with design in ways we haven't seen in a while. For instance, the new Tesla Roadster has that sharp, sporty feel reminiscent of those classic designs.
So, do you think we could see other manufacturers take that risk? I mean, can you imagine a mainstream brand revamping a classic wedge design?
It's definitely possible, especially as brands look to differentiate themselves in a crowded EV market. More companies are trying to capture that emotional connection with consumers, and retro designs could be a winning strategy.
That would be bold. I can see how it could resonate, especially with enthusiasts. It creates a bridge between the old and the new.
It also reflects how our relationship with cars is changing. People want vehicles that tell a story, evoke memories, and connect to a broader cultural narrative.
Absolutely. And it's interesting to think about how technology influences not just performance, but also the aesthetic choices of manufacturers.
And don't forget about the role of materials. With advancements in manufacturing, automakers can experiment with new materials that might allow for sharper designs without compromising safety or efficiency.
So, if the materials evolve, could we end up with a whole new category of sharp, wedge-shaped electric cars?
That's a real possibility. As battery technology improves and the need for lightweight materials grows, I could see manufacturers revisiting that design philosophy.
It's so intriguing to think about. Maybe we're on the brink of a design renaissance.
I think you're onto something there. As the automotive industry evolves, it's clear that design will be a critical part of that evolution.
So, what's your take on how consumers will react? Will they embrace these changes if they happen?
I believe they will. As long as manufacturers maintain that connection to performance and nostalgia, there's a strong chance consumers will be excited about these new interpretations of classic designs.
And it's all about creating that emotional bond, right? Cars have always been more than just machines. They're part of our lives.
Absolutely. As we move forward, the challenge for automakers will be to blend innovation with that emotional connection, finding a balance that resonates with both new and old generations of drivers.
Well, I'm definitely excited to see where this journey takes us in terms of both technology and design.
Me too, Maya. It's a thrilling time in the automotive world, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds.
Thanks for the insightful conversation, Alec. I think we've opened up some fascinating avenues for our listeners to explore.
Absolutely, Maya. Until next time.